Hello guys, Celtic Reviews here with a review of Evil Dead the game. One of my most anticipated games of this year because it's an asymmetrical horror game set in my favorite horror franchise, Evil Dead. I love Evil Dead, I love the character Ash, I love Bruce Campbell, and it's so cool them taking like this universe and putting it into an asymmetrical multiplayer game, which I do love. I love games like Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th. So I was ecstatic when I heard that they were making a Evil Dead asymmetrical multiplayer horror game. But how was this game? How did Boss Team Games and Saber Interactive do? Is this game just as good, if not better, than Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th? Or is this game just a cheap cash grab using an iconic horror franchise name, just for some quick money? Well, let's find out. You know how I review games. I go over the good, I go over the bad. I tell you guys if it's worth the money, if you should go out and get it right now. So let's start off with the good. The graphics for a $40 game are fucking incredible. I mean, it looks gorgeous for a $40 game. It really does. The character models look like the actual characters from the movie and the TV show. They look like the actors. It looks great. Even on Xbox Series S, it looks great. And you can tell they put a lot of attention to detail and care into not only the character models, but the environment. This game makes you feel like you're in the world of Evil Dead, which is amazing and awesome. Another great thing is the gameplay. This is a fun game, and I love the play loop. So, what you will do is, if you choose to play a survivor, you get dropped with three other people into a huge map, and you're tasked to gear up, find good gear around the map, while also completing your objectives, which these objectives do not change. They are the same in every match you go into. So first, you're tasked of finding three pieces of a map. Once you find those three pieces, you're then tasked to go grab the Gadarian dagger, and then tasked to go grab the Necronomicon. Once you do these, you're then tasked to go fight the Dark Ones with the dagger. Once they are defeated, you're then tasked to protect the Necronomicon and keep it from being destroyed from the demon player. Now, what if you want to play as a demon? What if you want to be a dick? Well, you're basically tasked of going around the map, getting stronger, and setting traps and trying to stop the other players from destroying the Dark Ones and completing their objectives. It is your traditional asymmetrical horror multiplayer game. And honestly, it does a great job at this. This is a fun asymmetrical game. And honestly, I think it's just as good, if not to me, it feels way better to play than something like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th. Hell, I will go as far as to say, to me, this is the best asymmetrical horror multiplayer game that I have played ever. This is top tier to me. It is well designed and so much fun to play. So, I mean, there is one slight problem with the gameplay, which I'll get into in my con. only have really one con with this game, but I'll get to it when I get to it. Up next is the content. What do you get when you pay $40? Well, as you guys may have known, this game got delayed last year because fans, once they saw the gameplay, loved what they saw but wanted single player content. So the developers delayed the game to add single player content. What's the single player content, you ask? Well, they added three different things. For one, you get missions. You get 5 missions that sort of replicate famous scenes from the Evil Dead franchise. And when you play these missions, you actually unlock certain characters. These characters being Ash vs. Evil Dead Ash, Pablo, Amanda, and Arthur. You have to beat these missions to get these characters, which I do like. In a sense of it entices you to go play these missions. I will warn you, they are hard, extremely hard. But trust me, once you unlock that character, you actually feel like you earned it. Not only did they add the awesome missions, because the missions are really well structured, they also added the versus AI modes. So, let's say you and your friends just want to play some Evil Dead, but don't want to deal with a toxic, like, demon. Well, you and your friends can play against a AI demon. But what if you just want to play by yourself? There is a play solo mode where you can play with an AI controlled team against the AI controlled demon. This game, they did add a ton of single player content for this $40 game. Not to mention you do have, your traditional player PvP mode, play a survivor, play as a demon. But it's pretty cool that they actually listened to the fan base and actually delayed the game to add this single player content. I thought that was pretty sick. And also, of course, you got your private matches. So if you just want to play exclusively with your friends, one friend plays as demon while four other of your friends plays as survivors, you can do that in this game. They have the private match. So you do get a ton here. And usually a match lasts about 20 fucking minutes. So there is a ton of gameplay here. I do think this game has a ton, like, enough content to warrant that asking price. So, the last great thing is the sound design, primarily the voice acting. They brought back most of the actors from the Evil Dead franchise to reprise their roles in this game, and they all sound great. They all sound just like they did in the movies. Some sound like they aged slightly, but that's to be expected. Um, Also, the combat, like actual combat sound design, sounds really fucking good in this game. Sounds crunchy and meaty, which is something that I like. I like that. It actually feels like you're fucking up that demon, well, that deadite. So that's a good thing. So to get to the only con I really have with Evil Dead the game, it does feel clunky. Uh, this is a very clunky feeling game. If you do decide to get this game, you will immediately feel it. The game is fucking clunky. um, it is jank. It has some jank to it. So if you can get past some jank, I mean, it is just like a nitpick. If you can get past the jank, I mean, I managed to get over it after 2 matches, and I haven't stopped playing since. So it really is just a small little nitpick. Overall, Evil Dead the game, it is another fantastic game in the year 2022. A great, worthwhile title to get if you're a fan of this style of game. I'm happy that so far we've gotten great releases so far this year. And I urge everybody to go out and try this game out. If you're an asymmetrical horror fan or an Evil Dead fan, this game will be definitely worth your time. If I had to give this game a score, honestly, as of right now, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I do think this game is worth your time and worth your money. The only reason why I get stopped the point is because of the jank. I do think some people is not going to like the jank feeling, and that's why I gave it a 9. If it wasn't for the jank, it would be a 10 out of 10 game. But it still stands to me as the best asymmetrical multiplayer game that you can buy and play. And for $40, with the amount of stuff you get, and just how good it is, especially for this budget of a title, is extremely fun and extremely addictive. I urge everybody to go out and pick this game up and give it a try. I promise you, you will not regret it. I am Celtic Reviews, and I hope I'll see you guys in my next video.